Oh, H-Town, Houston, Texas. What's going on? Thank you all for coming out. My name is John Anik. We appreciate every last one of you making some time to get over here on Wednesday. Please welcome Dominic Reyes, Caitlin Chukagian, Alir Latifi. All right, let us start with Mr. Latifi on the end. It's good to see you, man. So you're the underdog here against Derek Lewis on Saturday night. Do you prefer being the underdog or the betting favorite in a fight?
I started fighting in the 205 division. Everybody thought I was too small for that weight, and everybody was saying go down to 185. And, I proved a lot of people wrong. And Saturday, let's see. I'm fighting a tough opponent, but I love the challenge, and I have no problem being the underdog,
Dominic right here. It's kind of same too for Caitlin. What do you have to do to keep from being sparring partners with these great fighters that y'all fighting on Saturday?
You got to put yourself in danger. It's the biggest risk, makes the biggest reward. So I'm ready to go out there and throw down, man. I'm ready to bleed as much as necessary.
Same for Caitlin?
I think when there's a dominant champ, then everyone goes in there and just tries to play their game. And I think the most important part is to go in there and for me and just play my game.
We got to bring out a couple athletes with definite ties to your fine city. So right now, one of the most popular fighters on the UFC roster today, and man, does he own this H-Town. Let's hear it for the perennial heavyweight contender, the Black Beast, Derek Lewis. All right, now, please welcome the one, the only, Valentina Bullet Shevchenko. Derek Lewis, this is your city, my man. I know these fans have been waiting a long time to see you back here competing at Toyota Center. You will kick off the pay-per-view main card. Any thoughts on Latifi moving up and what type of fight might be coming your way here?
Shit, I'm looking for the knockout in the first round. But yeah, it's gonna be, I have to put on for Houston. We've been through a lot with all the flooding and all that. And so I gotta come in swinging and banging in the first round.
Valentina, I want to ask you, is there anything unique that she does that you haven't seen before, or anything that you saw that said, hey, this is one thing I've got to be really, really careful about in this fight?
The fight is fight. You have to be really careful about everything. Doesn't matter who you faced. And I know Caitlin, she's hoping that her reach and her height's gonna help her during the fight, but she's mistaken. She's mistaken a lot.
We are now going to say hello to one of the greatest of all time, chasing more history Saturday night, Johnny Bones Jones.
For John, Dominic Reyes was here earlier, of course, and he was asked about your boxing, and he said that he feels like that's something that he could exploit, he can capitalize, he thinks that he's a better boxer than you. Your thoughts on that?
My job is not to go out there and get in a boxing match. My job is to be the better mixed martial arts fighter. Like I said, I'm very aware that his best counters come in boxing combinations, and my job is to make his chances extremely slim through hard work, faith, focus, and at the end of the day, it won't make a difference on Saturday night. It's going to be who has their head together, who's more prepared mentally, physically, to get the job done, and I believe that's me and our team.
All right, let us hear it once more, folks. The champions, Johnny Bones Jones, Valentina Shevchenko, and Houston's finest, the Black Beast, Derek Lewis. We'll see you all Saturday night.
I try to work out a little bit later at night since I'll be fighting later. Right now, and not go a little bit, do everything that we've been working on, kind of all technical stuff, kind of just running through everything like a rehearsal, I guess. Just get a little bit of a sweat going, so just have fun. I always fight better when I fight better opponents, and Valentina's definitely the best opponent that I fought before. Valentina's dominated her recent opponents, but a lot of her fights were decisions. She's a counterpuncher. I'm not just going to go in like a bull just charging right at her. I'm going to be moving my head, moving my feet the entire time, so it's hard for her to find me. So I definitely think she's going to bring out the best fighter in me, and it's going to be a really good fight.
Hi, how are you? Good. How are you?
What's up, buddy? How are you? Good. Hey, brother. Let's do it. Hey.
I gotta ask you, you talked about being the female James Bond. The other week, the Schmo talked to Ben Askren. He called you a spy. Can we denounce those rumors right here?
I'm not a spy.
Where do you stand out? Where you have an advantage going into that fight?
Definitely my reach. I mean, my height is a huge advantage for me. Sometimes I like to watch like John Jones and see how he uses his length, and I try to mimic some of that stuff. But yeah, I just think my range, my movement, my endurance, and my high volume are all advantages that I need to use throughout the whole fight.
I'm prepared for the hardest things. I think my mentality, if you are ready for the hardest things, it's easy to finish the fight early, right? Whatever she wants to use in the fight, it's fine with me because I'm ready for anything. I'm ready for any tactics that she will have.
Where's this real confidence come from? I've been around a lot of athletes, NBA, NFL, boxers. You can tell when somebody has some fake swag. Your stuff's 300% legit. So where's it coming from?
That's the only way I know how to do it, man. It's legit, and that's it. This is just me reaching my dreams, me reaching the pinnacle for things I want. I believe everything I've done in my life has led to this. I think that's where the confidence really comes from. It just feels like fate, man. It feels like destiny.
Yeah, I think he's reaching. He's trying to hang on to these ideas to like pump himself up, and my job is just to take his ideas away and send him into the fight with nothing. And it's easy to do that because when you say things like Weidman beat Anderson and I beat Weidman, this is going to give me the magic that I need. What are you freaking talking about? Mm-hmm. The fact that he just rattles things like that out of his mouth is just, he's an asshole, really. What I do, why I do it. Woo.